Yeah. So this is the question in front of you. A can do a piece of work in 25 days. B is 25% more efficient than A. Find the number of days it takes B to do the same piece of work. So the basic thing to be understood here is efficiency or the rate of working is inversely proportional to the time. The more the efficiency, the less the time will be taken. Guys, if you want to paint a wall, if you are a more efficient painter, that means you do it fast, then you will take lesser time, right? So that's the main thing. Now, A does a piece of work in 25 days. B is 25% more efficient than A. That means, let me write down A and B that we have done earlier as well. Now, we are considering the efficiency. So, if A's efficiency is 1, is A's efficiency is 1, and then B's efficiency will be 1 plus 25% is 1 by 4. That's how you can go. Or you can also write is A's efficiency is 100, then B's efficiency is 125. That's what we can do, right? So what is the ratio of efficiency? That is 4:5. So efficiency's ratio is 4:5. Then day's ratio will be what? 5:4. Day's ratio will be 5:4. That means if A took 5 units of days, then B will take 4 units of days. Now, A can do a piece of work in 25 days. Now, A can do a piece of work in 25 days, right? 5 unit of days is equivalent to 25. So, can we write down 5 unit of days is equivalent to 25? So, 1 unit will be 25 by 5, that is 5 days. So, B is taking how much? 4 unit. B is taking 4 unit of days. That means 4 into 5, that is 20 days. So this is another application of ratios. I hope guys this idea is absolutely clear. Let's move on and take up the same variety of question. Next question is, A can do a piece of work in 16 days and B is 20% less efficient than A. B is 20% less efficient than A. Now let me write down A and B. B is 20% less efficient than A. So if I consider A's efficiency to be 100, then B's efficiency will be 80. B's efficiency will be 80. That means the ratio of efficiency will be 5:4. The ratio of efficiency will be 5:4. So the ratio of days or the time will be 4:5. I hope this is clear. Now, the question says, find the number of days it takes B to do the same piece of work. A took 16 days. So A's unit of work is 4 unit. 4 unit is equivalent to 16 days. 4 unit is equivalent to 16 days. So find out 1 unit. Unitary principle will be applied. So 16 upon 4, that is 4 days. So in how many days B will do the work? 5 unit. That means 5 unit means what? 5 unit is 20 days. I hope guys this is clear. So this is another application. We can apply the concept of ratios in work and time as well. Let us move on to the next variety. Let me see how many of you guys, today we are also going to take up proportions and its application, right? Proportions and its application, and the tomorrow's class we will be taking up allegations as well as variations. Okay, just a minute. Okay guys, in case you have any doubt, you can ask me. Let's move on to the next question. Again, a mixture application of the ratios. Question says, in 44 liter of mixture of milk and water, the ratio of milk and water is 6:5. How much water should be added in the mixture so that the ratio of milk to water become 2:3? It's an easy question. It's a very important variety of question. And this question can be solved in multiple ways. One of the ways is allegation principle. We'll discuss it in the next class. In fact, we will discuss all the applications of the allegation principle in the next class. In today's class, we will be solving it by using basic mathematics, right? So 44 liter of milk, mixture of milk and water, ratio is 6:5. So total is 44 milk and water. What is the amount of milk in terms of ratios, and what is the amount of water in terms of ratios? That is 6:5. So can we say that total 11 unit of milk and water mixture is equivalent to 44. Now 1 unit will be what? 1 unit will be 4 liters. So 6 unit will be what? 6 unit will be 24, and 5 unit will be 20. I hope this is clear. Now question is, how much water must be added? See, when you add water in a particular mixture, water's quantity will add up to the water quantity, and the overall quantity will also increase, right? So water's quantity will be added in the water quantity, and what we'll have to find out? We'll have to find out what is the amount of water, so that the ratio of milk to water become 2:3. So milk of water ratio has to be 2:3. Initially the milk is what? 24, right? 24. So the milk's amount, when the water is added, milk's amount will remain unaltered. Milk's amount will remain unaltered, unchanged. Only the water will be included. So water is 20, and what is the amount? X. Now you can solve it, but there is another way. See, unaltered is 24, so 2 unit is 24, 2 unit is 24, so 1 unit will be 12. We can solve it mentally. 2 unit is 24, so 1 unit will be 12, so 3 unit will be 36. So 20 plus how much is 36? Let me repeat. What is unaltered, guys? Milk is unaltered and water is changed. So 2 unit is unaltered, that means 2 unit is 24, so 1 unit will be 12. 1 unit is 12, that means 3 units is 36. So 20 plus what is equal to 36? 20 plus 16 is equal to 36. So that's the answer. There are other ways, mixtures and alligation rule wala ways. So in the this question can also be solved by the alligation principle. We'll discuss it in the later stage of our discussion on arithmetic, right? From today till 20th of June, I'll be continuing with this series of sessions on arithmetic, because this particular series of quantitative aptitude lecture by me targets MAT 2020. Anyways, you can also get a lot of help in other MBA entrance examinations, as I have already discussed SNAP and MAT, CMAT, etc. etc. Only CAT and ZAT. In fact, CAT also contains 35 to 40% questions on arithmetic. Let us move on. Again, the same kind of question, you can give it a try. In 80 liters mixture of milk and water, the ratio of milk and water is 13:3. How much water should be added so that the ratio of milk to water become 5:4? So total amount is 80 liter. So can we solve it mentally, guys? That's very, very important. Can we solve it mentally? Let's give it a try, and then I'll explain it. Then I'll explain it as well by writing it down. 80 liter, 13:3. Total 16 unit 80, so 1 unit is 5, so 13 unit is 65. Let me repeat. Total 16 liter is 80, so 16 unit is 80, so 1 unit will be 80 upon 16, that is 5. So 13 unit will be 65, and 3 unit will be 15. 65 and 15 becomes 80. Now, how much water should be added in the mixture so that the ratio of milk and water become 5:4? So what is unaltered? Milk is unaltered, right? So 5 unit is 65. See guys, 5 unit is 65, that is unaltered amount. 5 unit is 65, so 1 unit will be 13. So 4 unit will be 52. 4 unit will be 52. Now initially the water is 3 unit, that is 15. 15 plus what is equal to 52? 15 plus 37 is equal to 52. That's the mental way of solving it. Without even writing anything, you have solved this question, right? So this kind of an aptitude has to be developed if you really want to crack any competitive examination nowadays. You have to look for the information, find out what is important, find out what is to be found out, and then you have to work mentally in such a way that 80% of the questions should be solved mentally, right? That's the approach. Always try and solve questions mentally. First of all, read the question very carefully, what it wants to convey, and the second thing, try to solve it mentally, right? Do not directly jump into writing all the informations and then, right? That's not the intelligent way, right? That's a very raw way, guys, right? And we are targeting competitive examinations, right? We are not appearing in the 10th or 12th or 11th or 12th or BSc examination or BSc BTech. right? We are not getting the marks. We are not getting the marks of beautiful handwriting. We are getting the marks of selecting the right option, first thing, and the second thing, selecting the right option as quickly as possible. That's the idea. Okay guys, so let me solve this question. Let me solve this question by writing it down. Yes, 37 liter, Ravindra. Absolutely right, guys. Absolutely right. Okay, so let me solve this. How did I perform this overall calculation? 80 liter, 13 and 3. That's milk and that's water. So 13 plus 3, 16 unit. 16 unit is equivalent to what? 80. So 1 unit will be equivalent to what? 1 unit will be equivalent to 5. 1 unit is 5. So 13 unit will be what? 13 unit will be 65 liter, and 3 unit will be what? 15 liter, right? So I'll have to finally make the ratio of 5:4. 5:4 has to be equal to 65 upon 15. Now water is being added, right? Now again we can solve it. We can cross multiply it and equate it. Or 5 unit is 65, so 5 unit is 65, so 1 unit is 13, so 4 unit will be 52. So this has to become 52. 4 unit has to become 52. So 15 plus 37 is equal to 52. That's how we solve this question. I hope guys this is clear. Is there any doubt? You can ask me in the comments thread. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, it's a simple question. Please try it. Please, you can pause the video and you try it and give me the answer, right? If possible, please try and solve it mentally, right? Let me solve it mentally. In a mixture of 60 liters, the ratio of milk and water is 2:1. जैसे ही 2:1 बोल रहा है, इसका मतलब यहाँ पर आ जाएगा आपका 60 लीटर 2:1, that means 3 is 60, तो 2 is 40 and 1 is 20. So this is milk and this is water, right? This is milk and this is water. Milk and water ratio is to be finally 1:2. Milk and water finally ratio is to be 1:2. So 1 unit is 40, so 2 unit will be 80. So 20 plus what is equal to 80? 20 plus 60 is equal to 80. I hope guys this is clear. Is it clear guys? I think it is absolutely and crystally clear. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this is a different kind of a question. Correct, Ravindra. Absolutely right, guys. Absolutely right. Let's move on. Slowly and gradually we'll cover everything in arithmetic. We'll cover work and time, we'll cover time, speed and distance, we'll cover profit and loss, we'll cover everything slowly and gradually, right? These are the very easy level question, and we are targeting MAT, SNAP, and these are all easy examinations. And in all these examinations, actually you need to be fast, right? In CAT examination, you need to be conceptually very clear. Then the speed will automatically build up. In these examinations, concepts are important, no doubt about that. Without concepts, you cannot understand the question. Concepts are important, but far more important than concept is speed building, because the level of questions will not be that great, right? And always you will find that there are a particular set of questions that regularly appear in these examinations, NMAT, CMAT, MAT, Maharashtra CET, etc. Right? So you'll have to be very, very fast. Let's see this question. A mixture contains milk and water in the ratio 4:3. On adding 2 liters of water, the ratio of milk and water becomes 8:7. Find the total quantity of the final mixture. So first of all, 4:3 is the ratio, right? And I'll have to find out the final mixtures. Total quantity. So let me assume that this is 4x and this is 3x, right? 4 unit and 3 unit. On adding 2 liters of water, this is milk and this is water. On adding 2 liters of water, the ratio of milk to water becomes 8:7. This is 8 and this is 7, right? Can I find out the value of x from here? Can I find out the value of x from here? So that is 28x is equal to 24x plus 16. So x, 4x will be equivalent to 16. So x will be equivalent to 4. X will be equal to 4. X, 1 unit is equivalent to 4. I'll have to find out what? I'll have to find the total quantity of the final mixture. So what is the total quantity of the final mixture? This is 4x plus 3x plus 2. 4x plus 3x plus 2. Now 4x, that means 7x plus 2. That means 7 into 4 plus 2, that is 30. Right? 30 liters. So that's our option number 4. Let's take up the proportions part. So what are proportions? What are proportions? We'll understand what are proportions first of all. So basically, just a minute, let me change the background. So what are proportions? Let's first of all discuss what are proportions. A is to B is equal to C is to D. A is to B is equal to C is to D, or A upon B is equal to C upon D, or A is to B is proportional to C is to D. So these are all notations of proportions, wherein this is called as the first proportion, this is called as the first proportion, B is called as the second proportion, C is called as the third proportion, and D is called as the fourth proportion. Right? A, B, C, D are first, second, third and fourth proportion respectively. Now A and D, these are called as extremes. Right? These are called as extremes. And B and C, these are called as means. These are called as means. Okay. So what proportion is actually? Actually, proportion is an equality of two or more ratios. Proportion is an equality of two or more ratios. As you can see, AB is equal to CD. So we can say that A, B, C and D are in proportions. Right? So now guys, there are some fundamental rules in proportion. First of all, let's get into that and then we'll solve the questions. So what are the fundamental rules in proportions? The fundamental rules in proportions are, let's say that if A is to B is proportional to C is to D, then the most important rule, we can also write it down, A upon B is equal to C upon D, right? A upon B is equal to C upon D. A plus B upon B will be equal to C plus D upon D. This is called as componendo. This is called as componendo. Right? This is called as componendo. You can also say that A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. This is also called as componendo. This is also called as componendo. Right? This is also called as componendo. Similarly, if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A upon A plus B is equal to C upon C plus D. Such kind of operation is called as dividendo. What it is called as? Dividendo. This is called as dividendo. I hope this is clear. Or you can also say that A upon A minus B is equal to C upon C minus D. This is also called as dividendo. This is also called as dividendo. I hope this is clear. Now, combined operations, we can also apply the combined operation called as componendo and dividendo. Again, the condition will be if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A plus B upon, very important, C plus D upon C minus D. Now all these things can be proved. It can be proved or it can be verified by taking some values. We know, let me take some values and then I'll mathematically prove it as well. Perhaps that might be of interest for you. Let's say 2 upon 3, is it equal to 16 upon 24, guys? 2 upon 3, is it equal to 16 upon 24? Yes, right. So 2 plus 3 upon 2 minus 3, is it equal to 16 plus 24 upon 16 minus 24? Let me check. So this is 5 upon minus 1. This is 5 upon minus 1. And is this is equal to what? 24 upon minus 8. Are these equal? 24 upon, sorry, it is just a minute, 40 upon minus 8. 16 plus 24, 40 upon minus 8. So are these two equal? Yes, we have proved it, right? We have proved it. We can also prove it in a mathematical manner, in a more traditional manner, right? I'll have to prove that if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then I'll have to prove what? A plus B upon A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D. Right? That's what we'll have to prove. Now, we are given that A upon B is equal to C upon D. We are given that. So can we add 1 to both the sides? C upon D plus 1. Can we add this? We can simply add this. Now we have got what? A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D. So this is called as componendo. This is called as componendo. That's what we had discussed, right? Now can we say that if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A upon B minus 1 is equal to C upon D minus 1, right? So A upon B minus 1, that means A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. This is, let's say, 2 and this is, let's say, 1, right? You just divide 1 by 2, you will get A plus B divided by A minus B is equal to C plus D upon C minus D, right? We have done what? 1 divided by 2. We have done this. I hope, guys, this is absolutely clear. So this is called as componendo and dividendo. This is very important, especially important for a lot of arithmetic problem as well as algebraic problem, right? Wherein we'll have to prove something, we'll use this. Okay. Far more important than these things, is the concept of equalities of ratios. Let's see. Next, very important, let me write down, very important theorem. What is that theorem? The theorem is, if A upon B is equal to C upon D is equal to E upon F, let's say these are the three ratios which are all equal. Let us say these are equal to K. If A upon B is equal to C upon D is equal to E upon F is equal to K, then first A plus C plus E upon B plus D plus F. What I did, I just added the numerators and I just added the denominators. This will also be equal to K, right? This is the first relation, very, very important. The second relation, if A upon B is equal to C upon D and is equal to E upon F is equal to K, then PA plus QC plus RE divided by PB plus QD plus RF is also equal to K, where PQR are some constant. PQ and R are some constants. PQR are some constant. You can take this. We'll take the values and then we'll prove it as well, right? So again, last but the most important thing is, if A upon B is equal to C upon D is equal to E upon F is equal to K, You can take some other fractions as well. You can take some other values, a upon b, c upon d, e upon f, g upon h, and so on. Then very important, p a power n plus q c power n plus r e power n divided by p b power n plus q d power n plus r f power n is equal to k power n. So these are some of the important results, right, that you can remember. And we can take some values as well. Please note them all. This is very important. If a upon b is equal to c upon d is equal to e upon f is equal to k, then a plus c plus e upon b plus d plus f is equal to k. p a q c r e multiplying factors, p q r are the multiplying factors, p b q d r f, the sum of all these and the ratio of this is equal to k. And then if a upon b is equal to c upon d is equal to e upon f is equal to k, then p a to the power n, q c to the power n, r e to the power n divided by p b to the power n plus q d to the power n plus r f to the power n is also equal to k to the power n, right? We can take some values and we can see for ourselves. Let's say we can say that 4 upon 3 is equal to 8 upon 6 is equal to 16 upon 12. Can we say that? All of these are equal, right? All of these are ultimately equal to 1.33. Now, first result, you just add the numerators. 4 plus 8, 12 plus 16, that is 28, divided by 3 plus 6, 9 plus 12, that is 21. So it is also equal to 4 upon 3, right? We can take some values. Let's say the second result, I'll have to prove the second result. Let's take p is equal to simple values 3, q is equal to 2 and r is equal to 5. Let's take that, r is equal to 5, right? So 3, 2 and 5. So p into 4, and 3 into 4, 12 plus 2 into 8, 2 into 8. Just a minute, let me write down like this: 3 into 4 plus 2 into 8 plus 5 into 16 divided by 3 into 3 plus 2 into 6 plus 5 into 12. Let me see what it happens, right? 12 plus 16, 28, 28 plus 80, that is 108. And this is 60 plus 12. 60 plus 12 is 60 plus 12 is 72 plus 9, 81. 108 upon 81. Can we say that this is 4 upon 3? Yes, 27. We'll cancel it by 27. So this is 4 upon 3. Similarly, you can also prove this result. You can also prove this result. This one. Just a minute. Right? The last result can also be proved. So these are some of the very basics of ratios. Let me take an example to illustrate. Let me take an example. The question is, just a minute. Okay, the question is, if a upon b is equal to c upon d is equal to e upon f is equal to 2 upon 3, then find the value of, this is an important question, find the value of 203 a cube plus 205 c cube plus 107 e cube divided by 203 b cube plus 205 d cube plus 107 f cube Can you find the value of this? Simply see, the simple result is we'll have to just cube it. 2 cube divided by 3 cube. That means 27 upon, that means 8 upon 27. That's the answer. 8 upon 27. That's the answer. I hope guys this is absolutely clear. Just a minute. Okay guys. So this is the basics of the proportions. I am sure you have enjoyed this lesson.